Hey guys, what's up? It's Pedal here, and today I'm gonna do a little different kind of video for you guys. I'm gonna tell just a life story real quick over some gameplay on COD 4 that I got. So I hope you enjoy a little something different. And yeah, I'm gonna get right into it. So yeah, anyways, as you can see by the title of the video, it's called My First Time Buying and Smoking Weed. So let me get into this. And just a real quick disclaimer. I don't advise that you do this, but if you do choose to do it, just make sure you're ready. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, moving on into the story. Basically, how this started is that me and my two friends, we'll call them R and Z for the video, just to leave their names out of it. But anyways, how it goes, I was just sitting there playing some PS3. I'm not sure what game or anything, but I was playing some PS3, and I remember getting a call from one of them. And I answer the call, and they're like, "Hey man, you want to come hang out? We're gonna go down to the skate park and then just go do some other stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So I go out of the house and meet up with them, and we're walking down to the skate park. And about halfway down, they start telling me what their plans were, and they're like, "Hey man, we're gonna buy this thing called weed." And I'm like, "What is that?" I was like, "I have no idea what that is." Like, keep in mind, guys, my first time ever, as you can tell. But and I'm like, "What is that?" And they start explaining to me what it is, and I'm like, "So, what's the point? Like, what's the overall objective?" And they're like, "To get high, man. It's like it feels great. Trust me." So I'm like, "Okay, sure, whatever." So, anyways, we keep walking down to the skate park, and then, as we're getting there, they're like, "So how are you doing this? How is it gonna get done?" And they start telling me how the deal goes, and you have to buy from a person who sells, obviously, and get all that done. So we're walking. There's this area behind the skate park, the neighborhood behind it. The skate park is where we went. So we went there, behind there, and then the person that we ended up getting it from was someone that I knew. So when they went and opened the door, I was surprised because I was like, "Oh, hey man, how you doing?" He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" It's like, "What are you doing with them?" He's like, "Oh, we're here to buy some bud, you know." And he's like, "Oh, hell yeah, dude, I'm gonna hook you up too." So he ended up giving us more, which was awesome. And then I remember what he said right before we left. He was like, "All right, but remember, don't get too high." And I was like, okay, dude." So yeah, we walked all the way back, and it was like a mile back. So we walked for like a mile all the way there to get like a gram, and then walked a whole mile back to the house just to do this. And I had to wait all the way till nighttime in order to do it. So yeah, after we walked all the way there to get a gram, walked all the way back, and I waited all the way till nighttime. And okay, nighttime rolls around, and basically they call me again. They're like, "All right, dude, come over." So I come over. It wasn't too late. It was around 7 or 7:30, so it's not that late, guys. But yeah, so they call me. I come over, and they got this, which I didn't know at the time, but it's a blunt. I'm like, "What is that?" It's like, "Oh, this is paper that you roll it up in order to smoke it." I'm like, "Huh, okay, whatever that means." So my other friend Z is rolling it, and after he's done rolling it, he lets me, after he sparked it and whatnot, he let me take the first hits. And at first I wasn't inhaling, so I took like 1, 2, pass, and we're around the circle. Came back to me, 1, 2, pass, and about 6 hits in, I was like, "Dude, I don't really feel anything," because they're sitting there like, "Oh man, I'm so big." And I was like, "I didn't feel shit." Like, "Are you inhaling it?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "You gotta take the smoke all the way into your lungs, bro." They start laughing at me. I was like, "Oh god," I'm embarrassed. But then yeah, I finally actually inhaled it, and then just coughing all over the place. But then I remember as the rotation came around, I actually got like 10, 12 hits in. Oh man, I remember being so sky high, like ridiculously gone. And I was just sitting there laughing, we were just joking around and whatnot. I just remember, and then after we were done and they threw it into the woods, just went back to my house, and oh man, we savaged my pantry. Oh my god, we ate so many little snacks, like all these snacks, just destroyed the boxes. And I just remember going back to my room, just laughing, having a great old time. And yeah, that's basically all that happened that day. That was my first time buying and smoking weed. I was the very end of my 13th year, about to turn 14, so yeah, that's my story. Let me know down in the comments if you guys got a story that you want to share. I'd love to read it. That'd be really interesting to see how you guys first time buying experience and smoking experience. That would be really cool. And yeah, I just want you guys to have a great day. I'm gonna have some more stories later, so if you want to hear some more, I have some way better ones than this. This is just the warm up for the crazier ones, I promise. But have a good day, and peace.